Like, I knew looking the way I do and talking in a funny voice would get me a lot of views, and it did.
I think if it's like really bad, then no. But it's like...
How about Kanye West? How do you feel?
God looked like Pokemon, and Pokemon told me to go on a murder spree or something. Should Pokey be held accountable for that?
Being a content creator is harder than working a traditional 9-to-5 job.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
From personally speaking, I used to work at a vet tech. I was a vet tech assistant. I don't even have to work 4 days. I have to wake up and then I would clock in and then I would like fake my hours so that I could have longer lunches. And I would cherish every single moment of my lunch break, and I would sneak to a Pete's Coffee and I would come back and then I would fake clock in, but I only clocked in like a 45-minute lunch, but I was really taking 2.5 hours, and I was scared I was gonna lose my job all the time, and then I would always be looking at the clock to see when I could get off. And so always be looking at the clock to see when I could get off. As opposed to like, you know, now if I like the last 3 days I've been like getting a week to catch up on jet lag. It's been really nice. And yes, obviously there's some struggles of being a content creator and there's some downsides. But overall, I think that the freedom and of schedule is something that it just tops for me. It makes it so much easier.
As someone who's worked several years in a really shitty minimum wage customer service job, this job, like being a content creator in comparison is like, it's incomparably easy. Like I feel so privileged being able to do what I do.
Yeah, my friend always said you quit your shitty job to stream, so don't make streaming a shitty job. You know, I literally quit my dog shit job to pursue streaming, so it's obviously not nearly as hard as that. And I would never quit this to go back. So yeah.
Now he's best battle royale streamer of the year.
2024 Streamer Awards, baby.
Let's go.
I can't. I love this dude, but I can't take him.
Streaming is easier than making a YouTube video.
Wait, agree.
Strongly agree, neutral.
Streaming is easier than making a YouTube video because I can just kind of sit there and stream of consciousness, do something. YouTube, I need to make like a product, like a thumbnail, and have like a reason behind it, or else like it'll suck.
If it's a good YouTube video, it's hard to do. But if it's a good stream, it's hard to do, right? If it's a, like, I don't know, shitty YouTube video, that's pretty easy to do. And a shitty stream's easy to do, you know? I think it just depends what you're I don't know.
It depends on the length of the streams as well.
I mean, I make shitty YouTube videos and shitty streams, so I think they're both pretty equally, yeah.
Yep.
Wait, what the?
I think when it comes to YouTube, I'm such a perfectionist about it, where I need to script every word. My delivery has to be absolutely perfect. And streaming has a lot more freedom, where I don't have as much pressure to have everything that comes out of my mouth to be exactly perfect in the moment.
If I'm doing like a 15-hour stream, I'm cooked by the end. And I don't know how, again, if you're doing a huge YouTube video, that's obviously gonna be hard to do, but I guess it depends on like what you're doing. Like for me, my YouTube videos are just kind of gaming anyway, so like it takes me like 30 minutes to do if I'm doing it off stream. So it's not really like, it's subjective person to person. So I'm like in the middle, you know?
Going viral is more about luck than skill. Going viral is more about luck than skill. Do you agree with that? Do you disagree? Are you neutral?
So I kind of see viralities as similar to like a battle royale, you know what I mean? Or like a roguelike, where it's like all the shit is random sometimes, and sometimes you just have a really hot, lucky streak and you go viral. But there are definitely people who sometimes have figured out kind of a formula for their shit to get pushed out more frequently, more often. They have like a better understanding of like the algorithm. So, but there's also people who have literally never made a fucking video in their life before. They recorded this one thing and it's their first, it's like a 1 billion view video, you know? So I think there's both. There's definitely both, but there are some people that have figured it out more. And if you know how to do it, please contact me. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Social media is hard, bro. I don't know how to do short form. All right, thank you.
Yeah, that was a good argument by Peter, enough so that I think I'm neutral now. That makes a lot of sense. I think it's a bit of both. You know, you got to be at the right place, right time, but you also need to be like prepared for it. So there's both.
I think to blow up from, you know, a 10 viewer streamer to like 1,000, you do need that first little bit of luck to kind of pick up, and then you're a little bit more cemented in the streaming space. I think some people do find it, like specifically like the Phase Boys. They know how to make like a viral clip, or they know how to make things hit the algorithm specifically for their demographic of viewers. But I do think starting your first like initial viral sequence is a lot of luck for sure.
I do think luck is a factor, but as someone who did calculate and plan how to blow up and did go viral successfully off of it, like I knew looking the way I do and talking in a funny voice would get me a lot of views, and it did. And even though I don't really post that much content anymore, like I know if I just go back to that same formula, like I'm still guaranteed to get 1 million views if I try. So again, I do think skill is a big part of it.
I think Hawk Tua was a skillfully. I think it was a skillfully constructed play, and the only thing that I think could follow it up is if Haley Welch then appeared on Fortnite Friday.
True. Let's go, baby.
Thanks, bro. Thank you. No, I think a cryptocurrency is a better idea.
Content creators should be held accountable for their influence.
I mean, it depends, like what you want to. I mean, yeah, like probably kind of, maybe I'm more agree. I'm like agree. I'm just like, okay, I don't want to get in trouble. But like, okay, some people are like holding them accountable for like shit that they shouldn't be held accountable for. At the end of the day, dude, you're watching some like overpaid like dumbasses playing Fortnite or playing Among Us or playing GTA. Like, it's not that deep. If you're getting your influence of your values from those people, that's on you.
Okay, I think it depends on what. For example, like let's say like I have a viewer that says, "Oh shit, streaming. This is what I want to do." Like I influence them to like make a career change. I feel like that's not really on me if that's the best course of action, and I don't think that's really my fault. But for example, if I'm using my platform to spread bigotry and hatred, I think I should be held accountable for that. It depends on what exactly, because what you could be influenced to do, there's like so many different avenues. What qualifies, I guess. But there also are some psychotic people out there that will be like, oh, I got like a vision from God, and the God looked like fucking Pokemon, and Pokemon told me to go fucking on a murder spree or some shit. Should Pokey be fucking held accountable for that? No.
She's never wrong.
No. Oh, fuck. Is my opinion bad? I don't know, dude. But yeah.
You influenced me.
Oh, fuck.
I don't think as a content creator you inherently have to be political, but you are responsible for who and what you platform. And if you're not making your intentions clear and then collaborating with or engaging with content that is a little like just, suspicious in some ways, and you're not actually ever taking a stand for it, I feel like you can't be surprised when people want to hold you accountable when you've never actually clearly defined your stance on something.
Short form content is ruining attention spans.
Biggest agreement.
I mean, between streaming and also like being on TikTok for hours every day, my fucking attention span is cooked. It's just I always need some sort of dopamine hit. So yeah. Dude, you know when the TikTok ban happened? That night I opened a book for the first time in months.
Wait.
I'm not even kidding you.
Sad.
I was like, Red Rising. I don't know if you guys.
Oh, I heard good things.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, there's nothing for me to do right now. I guess I'll just read a book. It felt almost like book propaganda.
Now we can consume a video in like sometimes 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 10 seconds. So when you have like 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 10 seconds to kill, like in between waiting for your friend to go to the bathroom, you can't watch a full YouTube video. You can't read a book. You can't. So normally we would kind of just like be patient, be bored in that time. But now it's like, oh wait, that's enough for me to watch like 5 TikToks. So you just boom, it becomes habit, and you're just like bored. And we can't like stand being bored for 30 seconds. Like it's crazy. I cannot stand and just like look at nothing.
Girl, I don't know. I'm scrolling on my phone when I'm arms full carrying a bunch of stuff up the stairs. I got TikTok in the other hand. I'm cooking dinner. TikTok in the other hand. I'm doing my makeup. I'm TikTok in the other hand. I'm in the shower. TikTok in my hand. Like just all the time. I'm scrolling on my phone constantly.
Twitch is unfair to small streamers. Twitch is unfair to small streamers. Do you agree with that? That they are unfair? Do you disagree? Or are you neutral?
Unfair is the word. I don't know if unfair is the word I'd use. I think discoverability on Twitch is better than like YouTube streaming for sure and YouTube Live, but it's definitely still not easy. That's why if anyone asks me for advice when it comes to streaming, push other platforms first and hopefully your audience can transfer over to Twitch, because I do think Twitch does a pretty bad job of making small streamers be able to be discovered without being on other platforms first. So
I just think there isn't really like an algorithm for it. So if you're not already up there, there's not gonna be any discoverability. And like, I don't know, I guess certain like games and stuff, I think you can, if it's slightly more niche, you can kind of slowly climb it a bit more. But like, for the most part, ain't no one scrolling down like the bottom of the just chatting segment. They're just not doing that. So
yeah, it feels like Twitch is just collaboration after like collaboration.
Yeah.
And you kind of need to do that in order to actually grow. Yeah, I just want more discoverability for smaller streamers.
yeah. Yeah.
Come to the front of the crowd.
Come on now, Blau.
No, I don't have a take on this.
I mean, you go against the small streamers, I comment section, I would really
Blau hates small streamers.
It's okay to separate the content from the creator. Do you agree with that? That it's okay? Like, that person is, but the content is good? Or you disagree?
I think if it's like really bad, then no. Like, I don't think it can be separated. But if it's like,
how about Kanye West? How do you feel? Will you ever listen to another Kanye West song? Like if it comes on, you're like, nah. Or is it kind of like, let it play?
Listen, no, I was in Chicago when My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy dropped. It held the city down. We loved that. It was incredible. I was a Kanye fan, and then I can't keep defending him, you know. I'm also Jewish, so like, you know, there's that. But yeah, I think actually in that case, I don't listen to. Okay, if Runway comes on, there's like two or three. Okay, if Runway comes on, like, okay, but anything else, no.
Anything else? It's like the level of what kind of happened. Like, if again for like the Mike Vick situation, fighting Dog Arena is insane. Great quarterback, but like I'm not gonna be like, I need the next Mike Vick jersey. Like, I can't do that morally, you know, because I know he just killed a bunch of dogs. It's fucking crazy. I guess Kanye, it's like you're spewing so much hate and so much shit all over the TL, but he also is also not mentally there. So it's like, it's so case by case, but I do think if something is so severe and so gross, I can't fuck with that person ever again.
Yeah, my favorite karaoke song was "Ignition" by R. Kelly, and now I can't fucking sing that song anymore. My karaoke song is now fucking "Chasing Cars" by Snow Patrol.
Dude, great song though.
I know.
Great song.
No, okay, but the framing of the question was it's okay to separate it. I also think it's okay to not separate. Like if you're someone where I think that's where I'm kind of at. It's like if that's where you want to draw the line, like draw the line there. If someone else doesn't, I'm kind of okay with it. Basically everyone was problematic, right? Like throughout human history. So sometimes you got to kind of like pick and choose your battles. That's all I'm saying.
Anyone can become a successful content creator. Truthfully. Got some agrees. This is the most split.
I think if you're willing to invest in the time and learn algorithms and learn what makes you happy, because I do think that's a big part of it, is making content that's authentic to yourself. I think if anybody wants to put in the time, they definitely can become a content creator. But I think authenticity still prevails overall. So if it's something that means a lot to you, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to do it.
I think anyone can be a content creator, but I do think there are specific paths that you have to choose for yourself and recognize. You know, you might want to be a Twitch streamer, but then maybe a month or 2 months in, even more, you recognize you're so good at YouTube videos, and you might want to be the streamer, and you keep forcing that, and it doesn't work out, when in reality, if you just took the YouTube route because you maybe didn't recognize that you were so good at it, but then you chose to do it, you could have just blew up on YouTube instead. So like, I feel like people find that one thing they want to be content-wise, and they push forward so hard, and sometimes they don't get there, and they're like, well, I can't do this. So it's like, maybe a different form of content would have been better for you, and you just didn't recognize that.
I guess anyone can if they are guaranteed, like if they know the steps to follow then, right? Because I'm thinking like, I don't think I could do it again knowing everything I know now even. Like if I were to start right now, I do not think I could become successful without the connections I have. Because people always think, well, how do you do it? I'm like, bro, so much luck along the way. Yeah, I was there 10 years ago, which helped me so much, but I literally was one of the 15 girls playing League of Legends on Twitch.
For obviously not everybody, But I think for the most part, it usually is like a perfect storm of like, oh, this happened, then this happened, which led to this, and then this happened. It's like, I don't know. I think it's all case by case. And some people do just do it individually and it's just rides off exactly how they want it to. But I think it is a really perfect just scenario that just happens to hit.
I just feel like success in the space requires like 2 of the 3 of luck, talent, and connections. So if you have 2 of those 3 things, I think you could do well in the space, but not everyone has access to like those things. Like all the time, I will see smaller content creators that are truly gifted at what they do. Very talented, very funny, but they just don't have the exposure or like X or Y, whatever factor to make them pop the fuck off. And I just really look back and think the same way as Leslie, where like, if I had to compete in the space now, there's no fucking way I think that I would do nearly as well as I do now. And I don't even consider myself like a huge streamer or anything like that. It's just, that is just how competitive it is in the space right now.
I feel like it's a little bit more doable just because there's so much more you can do. Oh, I'm like neutral. I'd say neutral because like, okay, gaming, that's really hard. But now it's like you can be a content creator, I don't know, like taking a magnifying glass and like frying bugs, or like, I don't know, being that one guy who like cuts logs on Facebook for the Facebook moms, you know? You guys know the one. He's hot, yeah. Yeah, but it's like, so now people are doing like wood cutting TikTok, you know, like reading this book TikTok. Like there's all sorts of creative outlets that people are doing. Well, not that these are the only outlets. I'm just saying there's a lot of like outlets now. It's not just gaming. So I think if you,
thirst traps, guys.
Yeah,
That's
so-
where success lies.
No, I'm just saying if you do like something you're passionate about and start recording it and you're good at that thing and you're get good at recording it, you can do something cool. That's all.